Alrighty, let us continue and head on over to Thancred. Who is... I'm not actually sure where he is, let's see. Oh, where is Thancred? Is he at the Crystarium? Okay, yeah, he's at the Crystarium, okay. Alrighty. You're here for me. I'm sorry I put you into too much trouble. I'm fine, really. The Eater landed an unfortunately solid blow, but the healers have done wonders. I'm more worried about Minfilia. She has not taken it well. Could I ask you to speak with her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had opposite effect. She's gone off to the Hatorium, ostensibly to fetch herbs for Chrysomia. But let's just talk to her, will you? It's over there. Okay. Try the crystalline mean, I think? I don't know, we'll be closer to it at least. Oh, I can't hop over this? Come on. I'm assuming it might be down this way. Okay, yeah, we're getting closer. Well, that was definitely a shortcut, wasn't it? Ophelia appears to be lost in thought. Perhaps a gentle poke will get her attention. Eep! Oh, Narn, what are you doing here? Thancred. It's my fault, you know? I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless, and now... it's my fault. I can make it up for him by being there for him. Are you sure? I brought him nothing but trouble this far. What if it's worse next time? All I do is make mistakes, but put others in danger. I'm sure that he'll resent me for being this weak. Maybe he already does. But you're right, I can still help, if only by seeing these herbs safely to Tristamilia. There's only 2 left on the list, but I need to ask about this one. I've looked high and low and I can't seem to find it anywhere. Would you mind collecting the other? I'd hate to delay any longer than I already have. I'm looking for something with soft leaves that's very fragrant. In an instinctively medicine way, I was told. I only need 2 sprigs or so. Once you've got them, you can bring them directly to Tristamilia. Whoever gets there first can explain to the other. We'll be back shortly. Thank you, I appreciate the help. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look and see, It's not that one. This plant has soft leaves and smells strong and medicinal. We found it, nice. Oh nice, we found it right after the other one too. I'm assuming there's an exit right behind here? No, there's not, okay. Okay, I think that should lead us right to it, I think. If told me that you'd be bringing the rest. Marvelous. With this, I can replenish our store of medicines. We've been struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that have been brought in. I was on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. We're still fighting it, I suppose. Though with better medicine rather than sharp steel. But we'll win, I promise you that. Seems like I owe you an apology for dragging you yet to another battlefield when you've just come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts saved more than a few. With Spirex in good working order, the Chrysanthemum's people will be well cared for. More lie ahead, of course. Battles only you can fight. Not that we intend to let you do it alone, but that's a matter discussed with the Azarch. You know the Azarch? We do. Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something for me. My dearest friend, you see, he was there on the battlefield with me, but only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I'd heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the Azarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know if what Valtteri says is true. If our losses were our just desserts, or we doomed ourselves to worse by continuing to fight the fight. But I believe in the Warrior of Darkness. In the Crystal Azarch, I don't think what they're done is wrong, and I don't think what we're wrong to fight with them either. My friend, as he smiled in the end, just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So, I want to tell the Azarch, don't give up. Don't give in, please. Well, tell him, you have my word. Alright. Oh, we have another coffer here, Titan Bronze. If you're ready, why not go ahead to the Ocular? You can keep the Azarch company while I fetch Alphanod. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest armo I can, so it shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on that message, eh? Alright, I need to do something real quick, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm finally back, so let's go ahead and continue on and talk to the Azarch. Welcome, my friend. Tales of heroism on the battlefield precede you. I confess I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have you to thank for plucking them from the jaws of death. Would they have not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of our soldiers said that. Thank you. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done, not least of all. Though I'm more than lost, I will not lose myself to grief, and even should regret be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. We have some time before the others arrive if you'd like to talk. If I were to confess any doubts I might harbor, no one need ever know. No, I believe you have enough burdens without my adding to them. Nevertheless, thank you.
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthri.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Arm-Arang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Arm-Arang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser Sin Eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a Sin Eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Armoreng, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do. I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation. But it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Armoreng we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
I guess we're heading to the desert next, making Ilmore the last one that we're going to end up dealing with, it looks like. I'm sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. We ever grow tired of shuffling your feet? If you have to ask something, ask. Tell me about Zodiark. As I told you before, Zodiark is the creation of my people, the first people. We summon him, as your kind might summon a primal, I bet an infinitely more powerful one. And like one of your primals, he tempered us. It was only natural. There is no resisting such power. And so we Ascians came to exist solely to bring... Wow, my throat is like nearing the clear. And so we Ascians came to exist solely to bring about the rule of darkness, his darkness. Of course, some would call us evil for it, and they would be fools. Now that is only to be expected, given their innate inability to conceive one of the nature of our universe. But I believe I'm repeating myself. Do you not trust me to speak honestly? Do you hope to catch me in a lie? Really? I have no need of deception. Even if I did, I assure you, you would find it quite indistinguishable from the truth. If this is your course you have agreed on, I will not object, though I'm afraid it will be difficult for us to spare any of your guard to accompany you. I can't but promise that you'll be well looked after upon your return. Just see that you do return, alright? Menphilia demonstrated impressive resolve just now. It seems that she understands what must be done, though I do wonder if she truly is prepared to make that choice. Should she falter, it'll fall to Thancred to guide her, however much he wishes it, or otherwise. Alrighty, let's go ahead and head on out then. Okay, yeah, she's right up ahead then. Is that Lana? Sorry for the wait, I'm ready now. And you're sure you want this? Completely sure. Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny. I want to believe that I can play a part in saving this world. I hope you can find it in yourself to believe it too. When you put it that way, how could we not? It's your decision to make. Just make sure that you are prepared when the time comes. If we are all assembled, shall we depart? We'll follow your lead. What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw a Yomorian airship coming in to land over Amarang while I was on my way back to the Crystarium. No doubt the same vessel that bore Valtry's forces to Riktaka. Maybe we can expect to encounter armed resistance on our journey through the region. Right, now, Nabath Arang lies in the southern reaches of Amarang, and there are two routes we can take to get there. First is the eastern route, which would lead us past Mord Sug. The other is the western route, which would require us to pass through the Hills of Amber. Mephilia and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden path. It also makes for easier travel through the Nabath Surveillance. But we can't use it. If we did, we'll have to cross the Surveillance from a point nearby the inn at Journey's Head. If the Almorians caught wind of our approach, it could very well bring them into contact with the inn and its patients, and we can be sure their activities would not meet Valtry's approval. It'll make the journey more arduous, but I believe it would be safer to take the western route, which brings me to my proposition. While you make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I'll draw the Almorians' attention elsewhere, to an area in the east that I know to be uninhabited. That way you'll have a chance at reaching Nabath Arang unopposed, and without risk to civilians. I cannot deny it's a sound plan, but nor can I allow you to go alone. My skills will make the task at least somewhat easier, will they not? I'll accompany you as well. It will force a chance to have a proper conversation. And if I go with the others, I likely say something Thancred will regret. Well then, we'll leave you to the work of distracting Valtry's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route and try to avoid attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it'd be best if we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid path under our feet. We'll borrow a few Amaro for our journey. I leave the rest to you, Mephilia. Thank you, I'll try not to disappoint. Alright. Where is Thancred? Out in Lakeland? Yeah, okay, a little bit out this way. When we last left Amarang, I believe we got 5 of the environmental ether currents. Don't remember if we got any of the quest ones or not. In fact, I could check right now, let me see. Off Amarang, we got 1 of the quest ones. So we're definitely going to be on the lookout for those. So obviously, probably at the end of the story there in the zone, it's probably going to give us 1 of the quest ones anyway, so... There you are, the gate leading to Amarang is just up ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured to the Hills of Amber. Not that I'm particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reasons to be cautious as it is. Keep an eye on Mephilia for me, would you? Yeah, it's kind of curious that they have an entrance so close, but they never used it. Instead they used the Amaros to go to the eastern side. So this place must be jacked up, I imagine. Off to so soon, Mr. Scorched. You barely had time to recover from the battle. Well, we are in a hurry, so we have to go. Well, if you're certain, I'm hardly in a position to question you.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garrick lie the Hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
Alright. This place has been scarred by the flood too. Who can say what lies ahead? Whatever else this road may be, it's mine to travel. I don't plan to take a moment of the time I spent upon it for granted. Okay, let's go ahead and pop open the coffer here. We'll see what we get from it. Let's see if it's better than what we have. Yeah, it is. Okay. Huh, that's pretty curious. It's not a very noticeable bit at all. Alrighty then. Take it you're seeing what I'm seeing. Finding a village when we're hardly 10 paces to the hill is a surprising stroke of luck, especially given our recent fortunes. But you won't hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folk who live here can tell us what to expect from the road ahead. And while we do that, I think I might check around for ether currents. Okay, there's one far off to the southeast. Pretty far, in fact. Okay, not too far now. A lot of iguanas, though. Oh, to the south, okay. Well, this is definitely way out there. I guess I'll have to go back for now. Garrick. Okay. This is the Mender. May as well, I guess. There we go. You sell. No, you were no merchant. But then, why do I know your face? I remember, you spent Verkbolt gold. Such a coin was cracking. You're already a legend among more traders. You're a traveling merchant then. Can you tell us anything of this village? Of course, anything for valued customers. This place is Garrett. Before the flood, it was home to many miners. After not so many, now none. So Master Gengen borrowed the village, made it a trading post. Very convenient location. In which case, you're almost familiar with the local roads, correct? We're on our way to Nebuth Arang ourselves. If we continue south from here, but we have difficulties reaching it. Oh yes, great difficulty. The flood rent the stone and crushed the mines surrounding Nebuth Arang. Only steep cliffs and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. But surely there must be some way. Do you think of any other more who might have some sort of hidden route? Perhaps you ask they tell for free even, to friends of our best customer. Wonderful, thank you for your help. Well then, best customer, let's see what information your reputation buys us. You wish to go to Nebuth Arang. There was a way once, a gondola down from the cliffs, but it was built for those who had left something behind that wished to retrieve. Now there's nothing left and no one to use it. You may search for it if you like, but I doubt its rusted wires would bear your weight. Instantly take down a memo regarding the gondola on a spare scrap apartment. Oh, that's a surprise. Not many bound for Nebuth Arang these days. I do know of a trolley that once went there. It used to travel between all the settlements and mines of the Hills of Amber. It's locked behind a grate, however. I assume that it kept it from being stolen or damaged, but also prevents it from being used much. Take down the information. Alright. I think the gondola is probably out. I'm assuming it's going to be one of these other two choices. For Nebuth Arang, airship is best. Nothing faster than airship. The Elmorians have one, I hear. You can ask them to take you. Though it seems somewhat superfluous to do so, you dutifully make note of Gongon's words. Yeah, unless we steal one. I suppose that may be possible, but... No, I'm afraid I've learned of little use of how to reach Nebuth Arang. The Elmorian presence, though, that's another matter. Apparently their army is definitely in Almarang. There have been no sightings of Elmorians at all in the Hills of Amber. Perhaps we could take this as a sign that Alice's plan has borne fruit. Do you have any other luck finding us a route forward? Yeah, a little bit. I think the trolley might be the best bet. So these are our options. Well, what do you think? You decide the trolley seems most feasible. Does seem to be the least risky of our options, so I can't imagine one gate is enough to thwart you. I'd like to know a bit more before we dash off in search of it, though. Perhaps Zunzun can offer some insight. Alrighty. Value customers. We're the other mode of help. Fashion. They told us of a trolley that runs to Nabotha Ring, at least. But I'm correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself when we first asked. Yes, the gate. You see, it's impassable. Before, there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos, that opened the gate, they say. We don't operate such a thing now. I do not even know if it yet exists. I do not know, but you could travel east to Mount Barren Mines. That is where the trolley controls stand. I still see miners there from time to time, if anybody knows what happened to the Talos. It would be them, thank you. You've been a great help. We're off to Mount Barren, then. Let's hope that someone will be there to help answer our questions. Kinda curious if any of these side quests have the accessories, because I'm noticing that I don't have handgear coffer. Wait a second, let me just look around. Handgear would be rings, I'm assuming, right? Okay, they don't have anything. Okay, at least we could probably get a ring, I guess. So this one's at least worth picking up for that. You must be a traveler, yes? Then maybe you can help me. Let's look around an abandoned house and found a map of Amarang with a big cross drawn on it. It can only mean one thing, treasure. I'm gonna go and look for it, but I have to stay here and guard the village. Could you go in my stead? If there are any shinies to be had, we can share them, yes? Here, take my spade and dig where the cross is. Alright, we can do that. I think we have to go around here. Alright, let's go ahead and see what's down here. Right, a chest buried in the soil. Well, that was easy enough. Quest is already over. Show me what you found. Show me, and give me my spade back, please. Here we are. Oh, this is very old. Let's see what's inside. What? Nothing but junk. Rusty junk at that. Why would anybody bury this? Wait, is that a diary? I'm sure the Foreign Order will not mind if I take a peek. It looks like the owner had to leave Amarang, but was planning to come back one day. If that day ever came, they wanted to dig up the diary and continue writing their life story. What if that person's still alive? Probably not, judging by the state of this chest. Must have been buried for a long time. Maybe their children or their children's children will come in search of it. If I read the rest, maybe I could learn who this person was, and then I can put it back in a more sturdy box. Since there's no treasure to share, I'll give you this instead as payment for your hard work. Alrighty. Oh, we got some gloves, okay. I actually thought that was going to be a ring. That's strange. Huh. Curious. Overall, though, I think this is probably a good stopping point for this video. Next time, we'll continue on in our journeys in the western part of the desert, so see you then.